It has been 5 years since unarmed teen Trayvon Martin was shot and killed. His death and the acquittal of the man who shot him helped spark a national conversation. We're going to speak to his parents, Sabrina and Tracy, in just a moment. They're here with us live, but first, a look back.
A 17-year-old boy, unarmed, gunned down by a neighborhood watch.
He sadly missed.
For Tracy Martin and Sabrina Fulton, it was that fateful night on February 26, 2012, that changed their lives forever, when their beloved son, Trayvon Martin, was shot and killed by neighborhood watch volunteer George Zimmerman.
My heart is broken, but it breaks even more to know that we have not gotten justice yet.
Their fight for justice sparked a furious debate over racial profiling, self-defense, and state gun laws. Justice! After Zimmerman was found not guilty, saying he had acted in self-defense, protests broke out once again across the nation.
No justice, no peace!
In the 5 years since Trayvon's life was tragically cut short, Sabrina and Tracy have worked to help others by establishing the Trayvon Martin Foundation, committed to ending senseless gun violence.
We will define his legacy.
Parents, fueled by love, finding their own healing and purpose in their new mission.
Justice!
And Trayvon's parents, Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin, are here now. They are sharing their story in a brand new book that is out today, Rest in Power, The Enduring Life of Trayvon Martin. And please welcome Sabrina and Tracy here with us this morning. Important conversation. So it was beautiful reading the book and how it alternates between the chapters. You have a chapter, then you have a chapter, Tracy, and the perspective that you each had on something that happened. And I know it was very important to you that you felt people did not know and get to know your son when all this was happening, and especially in the trial. And you want people to know. Describe your son.
My son was an average teenager. He was a mama's boy. He was very affectionate. He liked to do things around the house with me. Mm-hmm. He used to like to do things outside of the house, like cutting the grass and washing the cars. Very, very helpful.
And called you Cupcake.
He called me Cupcake because I would pretend that I couldn't do certain things because I knew he was watching and I knew he would come over and help. So I kind of played on that cupcake thing, you know, but he enjoyed it, and so did I. And so, you know, I can remember one time when we were watching a movie and we were both sitting on the sofa watching the movie, but he wanted to be closer. And then he went and made popcorn and we snuggled up and watched. I'm like, this is not even that kind of movie, you know, but he was just, you know, so affectionate and so loving, and it didn't matter where I was, he wanted a kiss.
Oh, and you said that he was also your best friend, Tracy.
Yeah, he was my best friend, and I think to me he was an innovator. He was kind of creative to be a young man. He was a people's person. He loved his family, loved his friends. He loved dealing with kids. He loved doing community service. We used to go out and feed the homeless a lot, and he just loved being a part of that. So he was there for us. In
reading your book, it reminds us that you both were reluctant to come forward and to speak because you thought surely your son was unarmed, he was killed, the person had the gun, that he would be arrested, George Zimmerman. And it took quite some time before that happened. And you both talked about how you never wanted to make this about race, you wanted to make it about justice, how an unarmed teen could be killed like that. But it sparked, continued a national conversation. What are the lessons that we should learn from this?
Well, one of the lessons, I mean, we continue to struggle with everything as parents. And so we want people to read the book and know that this is written from a parent's version. So we struggled with everything. We struggled with trying to get information from the police department for a minor that was shot on the ground and the other person went home. We had a struggle with the medical examiners trying to get the body back so we can take the body home. We had struggles with the court system. We had struggles with the state of Florida. I mean, it constantly was a struggle for us just for something that should have been given the information should have been given to us, and it was just a constant struggle what we had to go through as we grieved the loss of our son.
And you wanted to enact change, and you have the Trayvon Martin Foundation. I love how you wrote that you said that the people who came to your aid, that they descended upon you like angels, and that you formed this foundation. Tell us about the foundation to help others and how it has possibly helped you too, Tracy.
I think what it's done for us is it's been therapeutic because of what we do. We're helping other families. Certainly we can't touch every family life, but what the foundation does, we're there as the voice for the voiceless. And it doesn't matter if your child's been killed by senseless gun violence, or whether it's child abuse or a domestic abuse or whatever. The foundation is there for. We've become a community-based organization just to reach out to those that are in need of help.
And that is taking a lot of your time, and we just recently read that perhaps entering the political arena, is that something down the road?
That's definitely something down the road. That was a question that we were asked. It was supposed to be in reference to the book, but somebody asked a question about us running for office, and I said that it was something that we were exploring down, in long term. It's not something that we filling out papers for, but we certainly want to look at the positions that's available locally, and then we want to look at the positions for the state of Florida, and then U.S. positions. So we want to take a look at those positions to see what areas we would best feel and we would benefit from, and they would benefit by having us there.
Thank you both very much. Rest in power. Rest in power.